juice, I don't sip from the flash. Still on the move, Holy Spirit, my gas. I'm on me, you can check out the glass. Never won't smoke, I'm prepared for the class. Juice in my veins like I'm post-fat Charles. Got on my side, I don't got it at call. Pressure was real, the anointing been large. I walk in the light like a drip of a star. Cause I got the juice, I got the juice, I got the juice, I got the juice, I got the juice. Open wall, my thoughts had a binding. Flesh in my ear like spit for the county. Spirit said chill, but the trigger was tempting. A whole lot of demons in the section I'm stepping. Brain got a drum or a hole like a stick. Bang for the Lord, every ride gon' hit. Close to the slide, it was running like bait. I carry that text like a windshield whip. Flex that flex, fear said rest. I was 10 toes down in the spiritual test. Came for the dirt, still cleaner than most. Flesh won't toast, but the spirit won't boast. Devil those laws, I be catching that bird. Let's over revenge, but the Lord says spur. Fast like color with the engine on red. Put it in park after old me dead. I got the juice, I don't sip from the flash. Still on the move, Holy Spirit, my gas. I'm on me, you can check out the glass. Never won't smoke, I'm prepared for the class. Juice in my veins like I'm post-fat Charles. Got on my side, I don't got it at call. Pressure was real, the anointing been large. I walk in the light like a drip of a star. Cause I got the juice, I got the juice, I got the juice, I got the juice. Gave me the juice, but it came with the blessing. Get so many nights, turn pain into blessing. This won't place, I just wanted confessions. The fame won't dip, so I dug through the lessons. Wasn't no cap in my knee when I bow. Spirit said speak, so I prayed out loud. Old too slim, so I switched my crowd. Covered with saints, not chasing the cloud. Spirit said spin, Spirit said build. Bless said feast, Spirit said steal. Bless said slide, Spirit said kneel. Now I'm bulletproof, walking in the king's wheel. I got that gold like a Moses to sin. Bible in hand, that's a loaded in 10. All in my cup like it came from the press. Ain't chasing no fame, just battle the flesh. I got the juice, I don't sip from the flash. Still on the move, Holy Spirit, my gas. I'm on me, you can check out the glass. Never won't smoke, I'm prepared for the class. Juice in my veins like I'm post-fat Charles. Got on my side, I don't got it at call. Pressure was real, the anointing been large. I walk in the light like a drip of a star. Cause I got the juice, I got the juice, I got the juice, I got the juice. I don't see from the flesh. Holy Spirit, my gas. On me, you can check out the class. Devil won't smoke, I'm prepared for the clash. Juice in my veins like I'm post-fat Charge. God on my side, I don't gotta act hard.
Hey, welcome to Paradigm Shift TV 314. This is your brother, DMG the Poet, a.k.a. Brother P. Anki. And y'all know what it is. This is the Versus Series Prime, our bi-weekly flagship joint where we're going to try to bring y'all the best debates from the Versus Series that we possibly can. But before I say more, let me just let y'all soak it in for yourself.
This isn't your average debate. This is Prime, the flagship battleground of the Versus Series Debate League. Every legend started on a stage where words cut deeper than swords. Every 2 weeks, intellect meets intensity, logic meets legacy, and only one question remains. What's a titan to a legend? The Versus Series Prime, where legends are made.
All right, now that we got the mood set, y'all know what it is, man. We have the one and only steel stiletto, the enigmatic Quinn, taking on the barbarian queen herself, Honey Clark. Before we get into our spiel, y'all know I got to do my spiel. Let me say God bless to all my Christian brothers and sisters. Hotep to all my Kemetic brothers and sisters. I want to say assalamu alaikum to all my brothers and sisters in the NOI. Shalom to all my Israelite brothers and sisters. Islam to all my Moorish brothers and sisters. I want to say peace to all my brothers and sisters in the nation of gods and earth, them 5%ers. I want to say what's up to all my atheist brothers and sisters. Salute to all my Abo brothers and sisters. I want to say what's up to all my Rasta brothers and sisters. Shout out to all my Naga brothers and sisters. Big up to all my Owaspi brothers and sisters. Creator gang. Shout out to them diabolical divas. Salute to all the members of the bar. I know y'all in the building for y'all Queen tonight. Shout out to everybody in the chat. And last and certainly not least, I want to say Jumbo to all the rest of my brothers and sisters all throughout the African diaspora, be it here in the wilderness of the United States and beyond. Y'all know I say that greeting for one reason and one reason only. It's because if you're Black, I'm with you, and I hope you with me. Our different ideologies should not keep us from uniting. We can't have unity without uniformity. And last and certainly not least, we can disagree without being disrespectfully disagreeable. With that said, in no particular order, or we'll just keep it in the order that we're going in. Affirmative first. Ladies, please introduce yourself or reintroduce yourself to the Paradigm Shift TV 314 audience.
Hello, I'm Honey Clark from the Bar Reloaded. I'm a little cold, so I might sound stuffy today, but that's it. Thanks for having me. Thanks everybody that came. Thank you, Quinn, for being my first opponent, and I hope you guys enjoy.
Still stiletto, it's on you.
All right. Hey, everybody. It's Quinn. Thank you for coming out and supporting this debate. And I also hope you guys enjoy the show as well.
All right. So listen, this is going to be a good one. I think that these ladies came up with a powerful topic, and I think it's a timely topic. Honey Clark is the affirmative. So we're going to let you open with your 3 minutes. The time will start.
Oh, can you share my slides?
All right, time starts when you start.
Okay, it starts now. Hello?
Yep, time starts now.
Okay, everybody. Hello. For a woman is beauty an advantage in American society today? I am the affirmative. So we have a bunch of phrases about beauty because it is very important to us. We think about how we are perceived every day that we get ready. It's like second nature. So we worry about this and we don't think about it. And it seems like it's something that's not important, but it really is. So I'm going to get my honey avatar ready for this debate so that we all can see how important it is and how we think about it every day. So if I wore this outfit to a debate, right, it would not be good. For one, it's blue hair, it's club attire, and it's too revealing. This outfit would be too casual, even though it has natural hair. It's like a mom going shopping. It's not something that's going to be giving out information. This outfit would be cool. It's a suit, hair in a bun, but it's too masculine. The hair is distracting, and light color suits are considered casual. With this dark suit with hair pulled back in a low bun and natural makeup, it's considered professional in Western society. And if I added glasses, for a woman, it is considered to be more intelligent and feminine. So even though any of these people would have the same information, the same mind, how I look and how I will present it would dictate how you took the information. So today we're going to talk about beauty, pleasing and attractive to look at. We're We're talking about beauty treatments. Beauty as in treatments and products that enhance a person's physical attractiveness or the industry associated with it. An advantage, a condition or circumstance that puts one in a favorable position, right? An advantage is a favorable or desirable circumstance or a benefit. So what the Still Stiletto should bring is like,
1 minute
tell me
left.
where beauty is a disadvantage. Thanks. Tell me where it's a disadvantage. Tell me where the data shows that beauty lowers outcome for women. Tell me where beauty is irrelevant or more of a disadvantage than an advantage. What I'm going to show is that beauty brings tangible and personal benefits to women in the United States. The halo effect creates a bias that inherently makes beauty an advantage. Acknowledge the advantages of beauty by driving a multi-billion industry in the United States. And women in America challenge traditional beauty norms using legislation and media to showcase the diversity of beauty and allowing others to indulge in this advantage. So now I'm ready for my first round. Thank you. I can see the rest of my time.
All right, you had 13 seconds left. You want to concede that?
Yes.
All right. We will reset the clock at 3 minutes. I'll pull Honey's presentation down. Quinn, do you need to share your screen? Quinn, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Do you need to share your screen?
Hello?
Yep, can you hear me?
Okay. I thought I already shared my screen. So, okay, I guess I'll just share it again then.
No. I have it. I just didn't know if you needed
well,
me to
actually,
pull
wait.
it up.
Oh, let's see. I think, yeah, go ahead and pull it up.
All right. Your 3 minutes will start when you start.
That's fine. Okay, I'm sorry. Is it showing up on your side?
It was, but it went away. Well, yeah, it says it's giving some kind of error message.
Mm. Okay. I don't know what to do. Let's see.
Yeah, it's saying audience window, enter full screen mode. Do you see that?
No. Here, give me a sec. I'm gonna stop sharing.
Maybe that was just on my end, and I just need to expand it when you add it back. If you didn't see that, then it's probably just me, and it's letting me know that.
Give me a.
All right, family, bear with us. Technical difficulties.
Okay, so
We're gonna work it out though.
Okay, do you have it?
Let's see. I got it. But it's not, it's saying I added it, but hold on. For some reason, it's saying I added it, but I don't see it. Let me.
What the heck?
Yeah, I don't know. Let me remove it. Just a second. All right, let me try to add it back. There we go. All right, we good now.
Okay. Okay. So,
And
okay. Can you
make
put
sure
it in
you
presentation mode or it's just stuck looking like that?
you would have to do that on your end.
Okay. We'll do.
Yep. Look good to
Okay.
go.
So can you control it or I can? Okay.
You would have to see if you can move your screen.
Um,
Yep, it moved.
okay. It looks like it can move.
Yep.
All right. Give me
So
just a sec over here. Then I think we should be fine. Oh, no, you're going the wrong way. 1, 2, 3. All right. So I am starting now. I will be bringing up the disadvantages of beauty tonight. Okay. So in this debate, I thoroughly believe that beauty is a disadvantage to women in American society. Today, we will explore the soft systems that have hindered women's progress individually and as a group. Let's begin, shall we? Okay. And I also think it's important to note that the disadvantages of beauty revolves around womankind. So each race struggles with these hindrances that is latched onto beauty. And I aim to show you how women as a whole suffer from this situation. So to see the whole picture, we need to highlight everyone. Okay, so what do beauty standards do? Beauty standards warp the perception of women when it comes to themselves and others. Beauty is a natural trait of women, but society has created the idea of beauty standards to not only filter women's beauty into categories, but to reinforce gender and racial oppression that has haunted them for so long. All right, tonight we will explore the indoctrination of beauty, its expectations on women through media, beauty standards, and its impact on women's psyche and behavior, and how the beauty industries contribute to the problem. All right, so as we get into this presentation, I would like you guys to ask yourself this: how is beauty an advantage for women if her advantage relies on the validation and opinions of men? Can a woman control a man in this way without his participation? She can't. That's not an advantage. That's favor. And favor can be temporary.
1 minute.
Beauty is in the eye of the gotcha. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And the real advantage usually rests with the one who holds the power, which usually follows the beholder, not the beauty. All right. And I will go ahead and relinquish my time.
All right, I stopped your time at 38 seconds. Are you sure you want to concede the rest of that? Can you hear me?
Yes, give me just a sec. I'm sorry. Yes.
All right, I will remove your presentation. And Honey Clark, you are the affirmative, which means you will be going first. Let me set the time at 10 minutes for your first round. Let me know when you're ready for me to share your screen.
I'm ready.
Screen is shared. Let me expand it for you. And your time will start when you start talking. If you're not ready, let me know.
Okay. Okay.
Time
Beauty
starts.
is an advantage if get or not. Media pushes certain idealized beauty standards, but it also utilizes the halo effect to push brands and help with marketing. So at the end of this round, you will understand the halo effect, the lipstick effect, the beauty industry directly showing how advantageous beauty is, and the words beauty and advantage are married. The advantages in media, beauty is rewarded with visibility, influence, and symbolic power. All my sources are at the bottom of my slides. Media representation favors beauty, reinforcing its value. It is the gatekeeper to fame, influence, and cultural relevance. Women who are beautiful are more likely to be seen, chosen, celebrated, and beautiful people are considered intelligent, better leaders, and trustworthy. And that is because of this halo effect. So, what's the halo effect? So this is why little honey looks at somebody. It's like, oh my goodness, he looks attractive. He's probably approachable or smart, intelligent, right? And then he says something crazy out his mouth, and it's like, I can't believe that he's this cute, but yet rude and dumb. But why is that something that we say? Why is that? I can't believe they're that beautiful and they have these negative qualities. I can't believe they're that cute, but they have these negative qualities. Why do we think that they shouldn't have those negative qualities? That is part of the halo effect, right? The halo effect came from old religious paintings where they would put a halo over somebody and it shined a positive light over their entire persona. So it's a cognitive bias that all people unconsciously do. So the halo effect means that if you see somebody that you deem attractive, then you assume that they're intelligent, trustworthy, and good at other things. They're good at their job. Students who were rated as above average in appearance earned significantly lower grades in online courses than they did in traditional classes. And this is also a halo effect because teachers even seem to think that they're more capable, that they pay more attention because, they're so likable, everybody likes them. But in marketing, what? Oh, somebody got a mute. In marketing and jobs that involve high social skills, the halo effect is often a value because it brings customers and a view of trustworthiness to your company, right? So even though like it works for you, companies use it as well. So these traits translate into social advantages in networking, dating, and leadership. US data supports that attractive women receive tangible benefits in the United States. They have higher salaries on average, better job options, more social support, more leniency in legal systems, more dating and network opportunities. Halo effect attaches trustworthiness, intelligence, aptitude, and confidence to a person who is beautiful, regardless if they have that or not. So because of this, you get this list to the left that ends up improving their lives because more people are giving them positive feedback because of how they look. This halo effect has been the subject of many studies all across cultures, all across everything. This happens. It is just an advantage that you will get, period, being beautiful anywhere. In America, women reward beautiful women. I know in Quinn's intro, she was saying like it's for men, but in this study, they studied servers who were attractive, and attractive servers earn approximately $1,261 more dollars a year than unattractive servers, and the primary driver of that is female customers tipping attractive female customers. Tipping attractive female servers more than unattractive females. right? So it was the women saying, "Yeah, girl, you got it. Oh, let me give her some more. She looked good. She did her job well." Okay, and this, of course, we can understand that because we drive the beauty industry. The beauty industry in the United States is a $7.4 billion market, 4.6 million jobs, skincare, hair care, makeup. The Forbes list of self-made richest women in the US, 10 were in the beauty industry, right? So we have the lipstick effect, which is this self-esteem advantage that you get with beauty. Because the lipstick effect is that even with limited resources, women will buy at least a lipstick because it gives a psychological boost in a bad economy. Feeling beautiful helps women get through tough times. This phenomenon can be traced back to the Great Depression in the 1930s. In the 4 years from 1929 to 1933, industrial production in the United States halved, but sales of cosmetics rose. More recently, employment in the U.S. cosmetics sector went up in the recessions of 1990 and 2001, while jobs in the rest of manufacturing were being shed. Why is this? Because of professional makeup. So, there's a study called Is the Beauty Premium Accessible to All? An experimental analysis. What this person study is, do you have to be born with the look? Or can you dress that look up? Can you put it on and it's you still get the same halo effect as everybody else, this beauty premium? And what they found was that you can. A woman who with her average face may not get the look, she may not, nobody's paying her any attention. If she puts on some professional makeup, women and men trust them more than somebody without it. So you put on the average makeup and you add some glasses, you're in there, buddy. You don't have to have been born with the look. You can make the look. It doesn't matter in America. So professional makeup, it helps to attain the universal objective beauty, which is the standard symmetrical face. This evens out the chances of, all women from all over benefiting from the halo effect. So it isn't predicated on your natural beauty. It doesn't matter if you're naturally beauty or if you need makeup, you can still get this advantage from looking nice. So let's review. The halo effect is a cognitive bias, something people unconsciously do. The halo means that if someone is seen as nice or attractive, people assume they are smart and good at other things. Studies say that attractive women have higher salaries on average, better job evaluations, more social support, more leniency in legal systems, and more dating and networking opportunities. These things give them a tangible benefit. The beauty industry, women invest in beauty in the beauty industry even in times of financial hardship because beauty gives a psychological advantage and self-esteem boost. Beauty brings an unearned advantage. It isn't fair, but that's why it's called an advantage. Attention in today's society gives power to attractive women because it's social currency. In America, women are allowed to express themselves, wear makeup, and utilize the privilege given to beautiful people. Beauty is a multi-billion-dollar industry. If it were harming women, we wouldn't be investing in it so much. But let's talk about this advantage. An advantage is a condition or circumstance that puts one in a favorable or superior position. A favorable or desirable circumstance or feature, a benefit, right? Merriam-Webster defined beauty as a lot of things. The second one is a person, especially a woman who is beautiful. So with women, we already possess beauty. Beauty is ours. It belongs to women. But Oxford, that definition says a beautiful woman, right? It also went further into it to say the best feature or advantage of something.
60
Like the
seconds.
beauty. Okay, like the beauty of keeping cats. Similar, the first word is advantage. Under beauty, advantage. And the opposite is a drawback. So as we see, beauty and advantage are married. Okay, they are together. When you have beauty, you have an advantage. The advantage is the beauty of something. And that is the end of my first round. Thank you, judges. Thank you, audience.
And that was Tom.
All right. You had 1 minute and 10 seconds left. Are you sure you want to concede all that time?
Well, yeah, because he told me I only had a minute left a second ago.
Okay. Well, look, I got kicked
Okay.
off, so my timer may be off too, because I got kicked off of my whole computer. So, all right, if I'm behind, that's on me. My apologies, family. Let me reset the time for Quinn's first round. Shout out to my man Cannon for backing me up. Soon as it happened, I called him and he was ready. So, Quinn, the time has been reset. Let me know when you're ready for me to add your screen.
Okay, can you hear me?
I can hear you. You ready for me to add your presentation? Quinn, you there?
Okay, I hear you. Okay. All right, I'm sorry about that. I don't know what's going on my end. But you can go ahead
We
and
may
add my
have a
screen.
lag. Okay. All right, and the timer is on 10 minutes for your first round. Time will start when you start.
Gotcha. All right, I am starting right now. Okay, so round one, I'm going to start with a quote where it says, women have very little idea of how much men hate them. And this is by Germaine Greer. Okay, so let me talk about where the disadvantage starts. With beauty standards that stem from societal norms and ideals that define what is considered beautiful. With this information, it's pretty easy to see how beauty standards link to pretty privilege. But before we get into that, let's look at the first step, which will be grooming. Okay, so let's talk about how racist beauty, the concept of beauty in America actually is. So Western nations who have largely adopted European standards of beauty in women have been dominant and continue to be so, continue to be so in what some have labeled a post-racist society. The result has been internalized racism that has often created dissatisfaction and shame in non-white groups. Beauty and race intersect in the individual psyche and in society. Women of all races continue to compare themselves to an unattainable ideal. Okay, subliminal messaging. When studying the effects of beauty on our society, I couldn't help but to notice how beauty, love, and marriage are on full display in kids' movies, shows, and more. In these moments, beauty is often introduced as a pivotal point in a young woman's life, and it usually implies that her beauty will improve her life. Now, let's talk about Disney's effect for a sec. The more troubling depictions of women in which young girls are taught that their most valuable asset is their beauty. 94% of the fairy tale and princess movies mention physical appearance. In each movie, this happens 13.6 times, ranging from 0 to 114 times, as opposed to the males with 0 to 35 times for men. As we keep goes, researchers interview 170 children between the ages of 3 to 5 to learn at what age children care about their personal appearance. The study found that preschool girls placed a high importance on appearance and beauty, while boys the same age did not. Now, girl shows, across all the measures that we assess, girls on average greatly value their appearances. Girls said, the girls said that to be a girl, they needed to be pretty, and looking pretty is important. Girls were about 5 times more likely than boys to say that they like a character due to what I refer to as appearance reasons. Boys often cited action reasons, such as liking Spider-Man because he jumps high, climbs, and shoots webs. So let's go ahead and look at the collage that I put together for girl shows. Notice that there's fashion everywhere. I don't have an issue with fashion, but in this situation, there seems to be two types of shows that are really going on for women. You either are really, really fashionable all the time, like Bratz, or you have some type of plot where you're like a supposedly normal girl, and then you change into someone that's really pretty and really cute, and then that's when you get your power to stop stuff that's happening around you. Why do you think girls think that beauty is important? It's indoctrinated in the shows. It starts right here. While the boys are taught to move, the girls are taught basically that their beauty is what moves it. We'll go straight into the male gaze with this. This refers to the way women are objectified by the camera lens in Hollywood movies, because men are in control of the production process and make decisions that appeal to their own values and interests. The audience, including women, are positioned to accept this narrow representation. Now, let's bring up scopophilia. Scopophilia is the love of looking, but interestingly enough, scopophilia pertains to men objectifying women into mere sexual objects to be looked at in a controlling, curious gaze. While men get the visual enjoyment, which is voyeurism, women are silently informed of what is expected of them, which ties into women's beauty being used as a disadvantage. And of course, you see WAP, so that's that. So co-optation is a very interesting tactic that oppressive rulers use. They like to give an oppressed group small privileges or exceptions. They give individuals of that oppressed group those privileges or exceptions, and it creates a false impression of equality and to undermine collective, and it's done to undermine collective resistance. This creates a divide and conquer strategy where the few who are made exceptions may justify the system, while others are demoralized and divided from each other, reinforcing the system of oppression. Speaking of this, let's go ahead and talk about pretty privilege. Pretty privilege is harmful because it reinforces appearance-based hierarchies. It distorts opportunities and damages mental health for both those who have it and those who do not. It overlaps with racism and colorism, which makes its impact structurally unequal and not just an individual perk. Okay, still being on pretty privilege here. Those who benefit from pretty privilege can also be harmed by it. Attractive women in particular report cognitive dissonance, resentment from others, sexualization, and being underestimated intellectually, which leads to anxiety, relationship strain, and difficulty separating genuine respect from appearance-based favoritism. Madeline Machado speaks about being hired for her beauty and says that she's not sure if the pretty privilege was worth it. If the perks and the trinkets were worth it, if the perks and the trinkets were worth it in the long run. So she was hired, and she had some perks to this job, but she got harassed at this job as well. Literally, there was a hiring manager that tried to follow her into her room when she went to a hotel. It was for some company event, and a hire manager thought he had the right to try to barge into her room, and she had to push him back into the elevator. You can read about that on businessinsider.com if you want to read the rest of her story. Now let's go ahead and talk about pretty privilege one more time. Pretty privilege, although it has real effects on the real lives of real people, it only elevates women above other women, not above men. In short, it's a tool used to control women's behavior to the detriment of womanhood. Gotcha. In general, it's still a way of keeping women in auditioning energy. It's still a way of making us pick-me's for the patriarchy. And I'm going to be honest. Notice these pictures that I put on the screen, because when it comes to pretty privilege, there is a system. There are types of beauty in which we know this. There are girls that look better than other girls, so they get more privileges than you. And well, I mean, they get more privileges based on how they look. So, okay, if I'm standing in a room and I'm getting attention, it's like, okay, it's all fine and good until someone like Tyra Banks walks in. Now I'm not any less pretty, but I just lost any influence that I had because it's freaking Tyra Banks. Now, I'm just saying, if you want to be for pretty privilege, you have to remember that you are in competition with every woman that is around you. It doesn't matter what her race is, her size, any of that. It's based off of basically looks, and it's not even in your power to control. The men control that. So how is this an advantage to you when you're just being judged on how you look? We don't know anything else about you except for that. This is not an advantage. And I'll go ahead and release my time.
All right, you had 38 seconds left on the clock, but we will reset it at 10 minutes for the Barbarian Queen's second round. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate each and every one of y'all for tuning in. Please do, as my sister Sekhmet asked, and hit that like button. Shout out to everybody who've been hitting them super chats. We definitely appreciate y'all. As y'all know, we believe at the Versus Series that both participants deserve to be paid for their work. Each one of these ladies will be receiving $50 to their mode of payment. As you know, some soft pussyfoot punk got my Cash App shut down. Yes, I said it. So it'll either be Venmo or Zelle. But if you have Cash App, I will figure out a way to get it to you. Zion can attest to that. He only had Cash App, and we still made sure he got his funds. This is a standard Versus Series debate, so both of these young ladies will be receiving $50. That being said, we appreciate y'all rocking with us. Honey Clark, are you ready for your second round?
Yes.
Your screen is sharing. You have 10 minutes on the clock. Time will start when you start.
Okay. First I want to say, like, you kept referencing pretty privilege, when a privilege is an advantage. That's something that somebody gets, that's an advantage because they're pretty, right? And the attention that they get can be used in any way, because somebody who gets attention at work, right, it could help them, it could catapult their career, it could do a lot of different things. So I don't know, it's not only just social, because it happens everywhere, and that's the reason why beautiful women get higher jobs and everything else. But first I want to talk about this women's rights, right? So America was established in 1776, and although there were no laws made that specifically stripped women of rights, it was socially and culturally acceptable, they didn't have many. Women were expected to be wives, mothers, and moral guardians, right? Not political actors or economic agents. An education for girls focused on domestic skills. So the public life, politics, law, business, they were all a male domain, right? And women exclusion was normalized and not questioned. So women fought for their rights here in America. We have a whole lot of rights that we fought for and that we had to change, and we had to, like, come up out of the dirt and out the mud to get, right? So there's laws against discrimination, the racist kind and the sexist kind, right? From Fair Housing Acts to 7 of the Civil Rights Act, right? And this is basically saying that we should be able to get houses, we should be able to work, we should be able to do anything regardless of our race or sex or origin or anything else. So a lot of people may say beauty may make people think that you are just a pretty face, but women get marginalized just being women. Just being women. We had to fight to even have rights, right? So just because we're a woman alone, we are looked at as if we're not able, we're not going to do, we're already marginalized. So don't take away the beauty that we have, right? And demonize that. So misogynoir refers to the specific anti-black racist misogyny that black women experience due to the intersection of their race and gender. Then you have sexism, which is misogyny, right? And that's prejudice or discrimination based on sex, often rooted in the belief that one sex is superior to another. Then we have femicide in the United States. Femicide is a gender based killing of women, right? And a study on female homicide victimization among 25 populous high income countries found that 70% of all femicide cases occur in the US. So just women alone, just being a woman, we have all these issues, right? So we don't want to oppress somebody because they're beautiful. We don't punish intelligent people for being more intelligent than the rest. We don't punish people for pledging in sororities because only college students can apply. We don't take away the silver spoon from people born with that advantage, and nor do we not acknowledge it is one. We know it is one. So some people work hard to attain their ideal beauty, right? They eat right, they work out, they spend hours on makeup, they take time out of their schedules to prioritize themselves. So because America has a majority European population from the start of this country, the European standard of beauty is what was pushed. Fair skin, straight hair, thin, and young. That was the ideal beauty standard for years. So much so that other cultures' normal body shape, color, and hair were deemed unprofessional even. So the people who broaden this narrow view of beauty and what's acceptable and what's professional are women in the United States. So beauty is an advantage in this country because women fight to diversify the standards of beauty and acknowledge cultural differences. From legislation accepting coily hair as acceptable in the workplace and detaching the stigma that was attached to it, and the body positivity movements and removing the stigma attached to that in the media. Disney was not even safe. From 1937 to 1991, all Disney princesses were European. Why is this important? Because children look to Disney, especially little girls, for beauty. Everybody wants to be a princess. Everybody wants to be a queen. Everybody's, thinking that they're fairies, right? And so to only look at European standards and say this is what beauty is, you know what I'm saying? People fought for that. And because of that fight, we have princesses of different backgrounds, right? Disney having to put disclaimers in front of their shows saying that, they had negative depictions and mistreatments of people of other cultures and that isn't right, right? So we fought for that. We fought to open up that beauty standard. The Crown Act is to ensure protection against based on discrimination based on race, based on hairstyles, right? So that we can bring braids, locks, twists, and knocks in the workplace and public schools. So basically, any of these hairstyles are acceptable. You don't have to straighten your hair, as most Black women were saying they had to do to feel like they were comfortable going into an interview or a workplace. So cultural differences are not beauty versus ugly. America's history of sexism and racism fed ignorance to what was acceptable and unacceptable in businesses, which led to an assumption of what is beautiful. Women in America allow for the beauty of all cultures to be acceptable in the workplace and school. Beauty standards not being ideal doesn't take away from beauty itself being an advantage. So here we have the pantry, which is the Pan-African atheist joint. And if we have these two women applying, one of them, the one with the braids, more than likely, fits the culture of this place better. So the beauty premium here might go to her. However, if we're going to the conservative news place to get a job, Miss Ma'am on the left with the blonde hair and blue eyes and the fair skin might get a fairer shake here because there's a different beauty premium here. But it's not taken away from the beauty that both of them have. It's just that the beauty premium is bigger in one place for one person and then another place for another person. So in America specifically, women have dominated the beauty industry, opening the halo effect to all women. In America specifically, women have pushed legislation that welcomes beauty of different cultures. In America specifically, women reward other beautiful women with tips in restaurants where they have a higher annual tip than anybody than unattractive people. So, but honey, what about the women dying getting cosmetic surgery? Well, yes, women are willing to put their life on the line for plastic surgery to look beautiful because they want to look beautiful. 100 deaths a year in the US come from cosmetic surgery, about 1 in every 50,000. Only 14% of cosmetic surgery is done on men. This still doesn't make beauty a bad thing or a disadvantage. What it does is it makes the people who put that much onto beauty a danger to themselves, right? Because it's being rich a disadvantage. Families, friendships, and what should be eternal bonds
Too many.
have been dissipated, huh? Oh, because of disputes over money. People have unalived others and themselves over the fact that they can't keep up with their lifestyles. So, does these facts make having money a disadvantage? The very definition of asset is money. As a matter of fact, it is what makes it even more of an advantage, the importance that people put on it and what they're willing to do for it. Beauty is social currency. So, just because somebody is willing to go extra miles for it doesn't make the thing itself inherently bad. We listen and we don't judge. If I said this person achieved the look through exercise, everyone would clap. But if I said it was through liposuction, everybody would be disappointed. But why? Either way, both results require work. Why are we looking down at someone for wanting an advantage? So we can stigmatize beauty standards, beauty inequities, and beauty products, but none of that will take away from the fact that beauty is an advantage. Beauty is social currency, and in the country that values presentation, it pays. Beauty helps women move through systems and opens doors for them. We do not have to like the facts for them to be true. Beauty creates a bias for anybody who falls under that umbrella. Thank you, judge and audience members. That's my time. DMG.
All right.
Okay.
The Barbarian Queen had 38 seconds left on the clock. We will reset that at 10 minutes. I will remove the presentation and add Quinn's. Quinn, the time is reset for 10 minutes and it will start when you are ready to start. This is your second round.
Okay, give me just a sec. Oh, whoops. Okay, I'll go ahead and begin now. So my apologies. I thought I was at the end, but this is the end of my pretty privilege section, actually. From what I can see, pretty privilege is a revolving door for attractive women who get pushed aside for the next attractive woman. This is actually, Oh, I see. Is this actually an advantage when the whole system rests on the whims of men? Your trinkets usually don't come without expectations. So how is generosity laced with some form of lace? How is generosity laced with some form of obedience and advantage? And we'll go ahead and get into some beauty facts real quick. So, social science research shows that women's belief in their value is determined by their beauty, which translates to their own self objection. Those who prescribe to the prescriptive beauty norms are likely to have values and ideologies that seek to enhance hierarchies or the dominance of men over women in society. Well, young females are more likely to experience body image issues because females in the United States often feel pressure to measure up to unrealistic beauty standards that are placed on them by society and culture. These body image issues can also contribute to various mental health issues, including eating disorders, depression, anxiety, self esteem issues, and social isolation. Research notes that these standards may contribute to the growing body issues for various reasons. This includes that females are exposed to messages about how they should look from birth. Okay, and historically, long story short on this one, the beauty standards in which Honey does say it naturally supports white women, basically, is what she's saying. So it would be a disadvantage to women who are of other races who don't have those. So you end up having like women bleaching their skins to get that influence, to get that Eurocentric beauty standard, which that promotes intersectional systems of oppression like racism, sexism, classism, things of that nature. So, no, I really wouldn't say that this is an advantage, especially when I think most of the world falls in the minority line. And I'll go ahead and go to my second part. All right. So, let's go ahead and talk about low self esteem real quick. Women with low self-esteem run the risk of participating in eating disorders, depression, suicide, suicidal thoughts, comparing oneself to other women's negative thoughts about oneself, mimicking and sabotaging other women. This behavior literally hurts everyone involved. So I would say it's a disadvantage caused by the beauty standards, which is just filtered beauty, basically. All right. One study reports that at age 13, 53% of American girls are unhappy with their bodies. This grows to 78% by the time girls reach 17. 40 to 60% of elementary school girls are concerned about their weight or about becoming too fat. Studies at Stanford and Massachusetts say that 70% of college women feel worse about their bodies. I'm sorry, I wrote that wrong. Okay, but let's go ahead and talk about intrasexual competition. This is competition that tends to happen when men come around because we feel the need to compete when men come around, which that's also linked to the standards as well. So one competitive strategy that happens in this moment would be that women one competitive strategy that women use is derogation, which is basically any act intended to decrease a rival's perceived value. Okay, and this also opens up the door to the female narcissist. All right. So if you have to constantly compete for attention and things of that nature, you're going to end up developing narcissistic personalities. And later on, you'll end up getting an aging narcissist, the aging female narcissist as well. On that note, we can go into perfection obsession. We live in an age of social media where social media and the ever-present image of what supposed perfection is, there are many women who compare themselves to the Instagram models and feel inadequate to them. Through the beauty standards, perfection is expected and to some degree forced upon women. So let's get into geroscopophilia. This is the fear of aging, basically. One of the main factors contributing to geroscopophilia is going to be how society pushes this idea that youth and beauty is just above everything. And it makes people feel insecure about that. They start really freaking out about aging, and they might end up doing like cosmetic surgery and things of that nature. Okay, bulimia is another one caused by the beauty standards. It's a disorder that involves you eat a lot of food and then, of course, you purge so you get rid of it quickly. And of course, this is Amy Winehouse. She actually died from that and a drug overdose. But basically, this comes from you looking at yourself and judging yourself from your own body. So you try to lose weight and then you do it in a way that hurts your own body. Okay, anorexia. This is Karen Carpenter. Anorexia is another disorder that is really caused by you looking at other people. I don't know how else to really say it. You end up starving yourself because of this. Young people, the mortality rate of anorexia is 4 to 11%. The risk of death in young people with anorexia is 12 times higher than that of the general population of the same age. Okay, let's actually get into the fashion industry, because thinness is preferred and encouraged. Anorexia and other disorders are common in this business. This is also a business that's estimated at $1.8 trillion. And I will say this about the whole fashion industry. I know they had a woke period, but isn't it funny that as the trends turn, as we're going into the conservative side, that models are becoming thinner and celebrities are becoming thinner as well? And while we're talking about something that women benefit from, men run this. Now we are 226% more likely to buy stuff, and we actually follow the fashion more. But men are the ones who pick these styles. When it comes to hiring managers, when they hire people, they prioritize male candidates over female candidates for managerial positions. So your fashion is coming from men. So
2 minutes.
how's this an advantage to you? Gotcha. So over 85% of graduating majors from top fashion schools are females. All right. And 14% of the top major fashion brands are ran by women. I'm sorry, but only 14%. Now, I think globally there are only 50 houses. So 14% of that, it's not a lot. We don't even get half of that. Okay, makeup is something that we benefit. Well, actually, I'm sorry. Makeup is an industry that basically is for us. You know, they make products that are specifically for women 9 times out of 10. And it is a $94.36 billion earned on it. But see, here's the issue with the makeup industry. This is also something that is ran by men. More than 65% of the executive committee seats in beauty industry is held by men. Cosmetic surgery, coming in at $85.83 billion, is also something that is ran by men. So all of your beauty industries are ran by men. It's not this, she named a few, but it's like the overall, it's male dominated. So let's talk about male entitlement for a bit, because women are expected to give feminine goods like sex, care, nurturing, and reproductive labor, while not taking masculine goods, power, authority, and claims to knowledge. Within this system, women are deprived of entitlement to both feminine coded and masculine coded goods. Okay, the entitlement to sex has led to great culture life, which is, I'm sorry,
That is time. Finish your thought.
okay. Long story short, about the whole male entitlement thing. It seems like men think that just because women are pretty and what was it? Basically, women are pretty. They feel like they have a right to do what they want to you. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that all of them will like grab you and do what they want. That's not what I'm saying. But some of them, like the incels and like the conservative side of America right now, they are actually starting to side with the fact that maybe women having rights and women being able to say no to certain things, maybe that is unnecessary to them. So that's what I mean by male entitlement.
All right. All right. And that is a wrap for the round section of the debate. We will now move into everybody's favorite part of the debate, the Q&A section, also known as the chin check round. Time is reset at 10 minutes. Just a quick overview. So in the chin check session, the person asking the questions has 10 minutes to ask their opponent as many questions as they can. Their opponent can try to stall. Sometimes it ends up being a third round of the actual debate where a debate breaks out between the two. But this is about questions being asked and questions being answered. If it stalls too much as the moderator, I will use my own personal discretion to get involved. It is the job of the person asking the questions to make sure they mind their time. They have 10 minutes. They can pause their time up to 3 times. Because Honey Clark was the affirmative and went first in the round section, she will be going last in the chin check session, and she will be closing out last. Now, are there any questions from you two powerful sisters?
No.
All right, so listen, I'm only human. I have to pay a water bill. I'm gonna play a quick commercial. It may finish before I get back. Feel free to sit tight. Family, go get you some popcorn. Go pay your own water bill. We will be back ASAP with the chin check session. In the meantime, check out my sisters, the Diabolical Divas, who y'all can catch tomorrow on Ladies Night, 5:15 p.m. right here on Paradigm Shift TV 314.
Is my name.
Yeah, yeah, ay. Diabolical divas. Diabolical divas. Diabolical divas.
My name is my name.
Yeah, yeah, ay. Diabolical divas. Diabolical divas. Diabolical divas. We're the ladies with the tea, spilling truth on every mic. Breaking down the games, men play, yeah, we're calling out the hype. Strong, bold, beautiful, we say what's on our minds. Welcome to Diabolical Divas, where the real talk always shines. Oh, Diabolical Divas, say it loud, say it clear, no fear, no filter. Oh, Diabolical Divas, if it's about men and madness, girl, we're right here. Diabolical divas. Diabolical divas. Diabolical divas. We're the ladies with the tea, spilling truth on every mic. Breaking down the games, men play, yeah, we're calling out the hype. Strong, bold, beautiful, we say what's on our minds. Welcome to Diabolical Divas, where the real talk always shines. Oh, Diabolical Divas, say it loud, say it clear, no fear, no filter. Oh, Diabolical Divas, if it's about men and madness, girl, we're right here.
All right, and we are back. Shout out to the Diabolical Divas. Catch them on Ladies Night every Sunday on Paradigm Shift TV 314. That being said, Quinn, are you ready to chin check the Barbarian Queen? Quinn, can you hear me? Honey Clark, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Quinn, are you there? Quinn, are you there? All right. Let me kick Quinn and see if I can give her a call. Hold tight, family. So it looked like Quinn got kicked out completely. We don't even have her screen share, so I'm waiting to try to get in touch with her. Hold tight, bear with us. Let me see if I got something else I could play for y'all in the meantime. Barbarian Queen, we appreciate your patience and y'all stay tuned.
I don't got no friends. I don't got no friends. You know what I mean? I got supporters, people on my side, people. I don't got no friends. I don't got no friends. You know what I mean? I got supporters, people on my side, people on the other side.
It's your brother DMG the poet. Y'all know what it is. Before we get into our spiel, I got to do my spiel. Let me say God bless to all my Christian brothers and sisters. Let me say Hotep to my Kemetic brothers and sisters.
All right, we got Quinn back in the building. Can you hear me, sis?
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Can you guys hear me?
We hear you loud and clear.
Yeah.
All right. And what, am I supposed to go first?
Right, it's your turn to ask questions. So you are chin checking the Barbarian Queen. Time will start when you ask your first question.
Okay. So, you can go ahead and start now. And I just want to be sure that we know this because there's a difference between an industry and a business. Because a business is just like that one thing, like how you said Fenty. When I say an industry, I mean like the beauty industry or cosmetic surgery or whatever. So my first question is going to be, can you name one industry where beauty is rewarded without it also being exploited?
Every industry, because that halo effect, it goes across everything. So once somebody is deemed attractive, they're, people they're putting attractive qualities on them. So everywhere.
So are you saying that attractive women are not hurt in these industries?
They're not hurt. How? I mean, because you can be hurt by anything, but is it like directly related to beauty?
Yes.
No.
Since most of these, okay. Here we go. Okay. So since most of these are male ran, most of these are male ran industries, they actually mess with the prices. They also, in certain industries, like you have modeling and everything, where there's also things about grape and things of that nature. There's like the entitlement thing there. So, okay, interesting answer. But I'll just keep going. Um, so, do you think the pressure for women to be beautiful increases or decreases mental health issues?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it contributes. It contributes to some, for sure. I mean, but that's all pressures. Pressure to be rich does pressure to it's I mean society. So any society pressures are going to contribute.
I mean, and even if you say that, that will still be a disadvantage to the person, though. Let's say. Um, so, okay. So, do Black women benefit from beauty or beauty standards as in the same way that white women do, like on the same level
In America,
in America,
historically no. Today they're getting recognition.
on the same level?
That's what I'm saying. Historically no, but now they're rising. You got to deal with oppression, so it's like you're starting from behind anyway.
I mean,
So no.
okay, and that's still a disadvantage because with the beauty system, why weren't you put it in the first place?
So right, but you're saying it's a
But
disadvantage for one, but it's an advantage for another, right?
no, I'm saying it's a disadvantage basically for both. But
It's a
in that
disadvantage for the Black
situation,
woman.
hang on, this is my time. Save that for yours. All right. Um, so actually, okay, so I want to know who decides the treatment for, I guess, the whole pretty privilege thing. Who decides that
You said the
in
treatment.
general? Yeah,
Well,
as in
both,
like,
because
okay, you get,
both women and men respond to pretty women. Both women and men, they both trust women who are pretty. They both were tipping women who are pretty. Women did it more than men. So women and men both respond to pretty privilege the same way.
okay. Give me a sec. Okay. So do you know how in your presentation you brought up it was a white woman and then it was you, and I think you were talking about being hired by like the pantry versus her getting hired somewhere else.
Uh-huh.
Is that do you consider that a advantage to the both of you?
Yes,
How so?
because in one you have the halo effect that it may help one over the other, but then in another place it helps the other one over this, because it's really about culture. Like, because beauty isn't a flat thing across all cultures, right? There's different things considered beautiful. So if I go here, I might catch the eye of this person, and since they're beholding me, they feel like I'm competent, I'm all of this, and they may feel like the other person isn't. And I go to another place, and that person might get that advantage over me.
Okay, well, if we're talking about America, the top culture or the most dominant culture is white people. So
Hmm.
how is that an advantage to you?
Well, it wouldn't be an advantage to me if I went somewhere that didn't like me, but it would be an advantage to somebody else that fits that beauty standard, because the beauty is the advantage. If I don't fit it, I'm disadvantaged. That's what makes that an advantage.
Okay, so if the beauty standards are made and they're geared towards white women, if you don't fit it, then you're naturally at a disadvantage.
Well, yes, but then that
It's,
makes it an advantage for the white woman.
all right. Next question. Um, okay. So thank you for that. So does was more. I think that was one. Yeah. Okay. So, okay, do you see beauty more as a power that women control or a currency that men reward and control?
I think it's both. Women control it, and it's a currency that both women and men control. Like men are not in the driver's seat here with the beauty because the consumer is the woman, so they have to cater to women, and women are speaking.
But okay, so we can go back to my slides that are basically saying that these are like male dominated fields. So they're the ones that are releasing like fashion. The women are making the products, but the men are okaying them. They get to see, they have the power for you to see what's what. So who has the actual power in the situation?
The consumer, because if I make something for men, unless men are happy, men are buying it. It doesn't matter. Like, you know what I'm saying? I have to cater to them and what they want and what they're bringing to the table. So in that situation, I'm saying the women have the buying power. They have the spending power. So they have to
Yeah,
cater
they
to the women.
they have the spending power, but they don't have the choice. If I give you
Well, they
something
do because they
saying that
can
this is
not spend
popular,
there. Well, no, that's not true. It becomes popular because of who buys it, right? It becomes popular because of who is being attracted to it. So since women have most of the buying power, people have to cater to them, not the other way around. The buyer is not catering to the person selling. They can just go somewhere else.
well, okay, let's say it this way. So in that industry, you have the women that are buying this product. Who is getting the money for it?
The industry, whoever, it's getting spread out.
So
Beauty
the
industry is really
industry, wouldn't
big.
that be the men?
4.6 million jobs. Well, it's 4.6 million jobs. So if all 4.6 million jobs are held by men, then yeah. But I
Well,
mean, it doesn't matter if the
it's
men
a
are
male
getting the
ran
job.
industry.
That's nice. But men run it. Don't take away from women getting advantages from it.
Okay. Overall, I am trying to say if someone has a bigger advantage, it puts you at a disadvantage. But okay, my gosh.
But that doesn't take away from the fact that it's an advantage.
No,
Somebody has to get if somebody has to get the advantage, right? So beauty is an advantage, period. Because for somebody to feel disadvantaged, somebody has to be getting an advantage from it. It
well
has
with
to be an
these
advantage.
beauty with this beauty industry, with these beauty industries, they bring out your insecurities. So when you pay for them, who's
Okay.
actually getting the advantage? I would not say it's you.
And that is time, ladies. That is time. We will reset at 10 minutes as the Barbarian Queen will now chin check the steel stiletto. Time will start when you ask your first question, Barbarian Queen.
Okay.
Real quick, let me
So
don't start yet. Real quick, honey, don't start yet. Do y'all hear like static in the background?
It's probably me.
yeah.
Is that better? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can hear
yeah,
you.
yeah. It's gone. It's gone now. Okay, okay. I'm like, what is that? All right. Okay,
I'm
cool.
sorry.
No, you good. You good. You good. Okay, honey. Time will start when you ask your first question.
Okay. Are you arguing against beauty itself or against the beauty standard?
Arguing against basically the advantage because I put in my premise that beauty is something that we all naturally have, like women naturally have. However, the beauty standards is the problem, as in it filters in how we are judged, which makes us at a natural disadvantage with that system.
So that's what I'm doing.
Okay, well, you agree that like beauty was in the eye of the beholder, right? So do you think that everybody that looks at somebody like they all think the same?
Can you clarify?
Because if beauty is in the eye of the beholder, that means that whoever is looking, whatever they deem is beautiful is beautiful, right? But do you think that that's a standardized thing against with everybody, that everybody thinks the same thing is beautiful?
Oh, no, but there seems to be a majority, and that is pushed on the other races, and they tend to follow it.
Okay,
Everybody does.
so
Sorry, go ahead.
um, if beauty is in like, okay, so how does it become a disadvantage just because it's unfair?
You said, how does it become a disadvantage because just because it's unfair?
Mm-hmm.
Well, when I say it's a disadvantage, I'm saying when it comes to women in general, the whole process is unfair. And my thing is, it would be unfair to
Mm-hmm.
you too. So in some ways, it would be a disadvantage to you.
Well, I mean, but is unfair actually a disadvantage though? Like it's unfair for sure. Yes, there's a bias there for somebody who looks a certain way over somebody who doesn't look that way. But how does that become a disadvantage?
I mean, okay, so I guess we can take it to like the job situation real quick. Okay, so if let's say me and there's another woman who's like prettier than me. Let's say we're both going for the same job. And real quick, like we do the whole interview process and all that stuff. And she gets the job literally because she's prettier. I have the credentials. She actually does not. It's just because she's prettier. That is
Mhm.
unfair to me. And I'm the one that's more competent in the situation. So we would be endorsing that beauty is better than competency. So I would say yes, like in that
Okay,
situation.
so what you're arguing is that somebody who has an unearned advantage is a disadvantage. She has that you said the other person had an unearned advantage because of their beauty.
I'm saying, why are you being judged on something like that when it has nothing to do with the job? Because if this was something like maybe modeling or something, then okay,
Mhm.
look matter there. If we're going for like a corporate job, why are you hiring her because she's like she's whatever fantasy you want in your head? I do mark that as a disadvantage because it has nothing to do with the job.
So you're saying that it's a disadvantage to the people that society ignores.
It's a disadvantage to both because she's only being picked because she's pretty. So we don't know what's going to be happening to her later because she could be dealing with harassment and other stuff later on. It's a
Right,
disadvantage because I
but
mean, well, I
that she has an advantage because she's beautiful. Her beauty gave her an advantage.
that would not be an advantage. It would be a disadvantage because if
Well,
you're being so, okay, look, there's two ways that you can take that because it's like, oh, you got in the door and you're pretty. Yeah, that's great. Until the next prettier girl shows up, then what happens to you? If I only let you in because you were pretty, are you competent? Like, what are the expectations here? What are you actually going to be doing? Because again, there's harassment that also goes into that for being hired for beauty. So, yeah,
right,
she
but
has beauty, but it's
harassment also goes in just for being hired as a woman. That's where like, sexual harassment claims came from. It didn't have anything to do with beauty. So, like, I don't know. You also said so. You said stuff like bulimia and then anorexia. I wanted to
yes,
say it because you said that came from those are clinical diagnoses that deal with
yes,
like mental disorders that don't
yes.
necessarily have to come from society.
I didn't say it had to come from society, but beauty standards do are linked to those illnesses because it's all about the body and how you look. And those two definitely they stay looking at their weight and things of that nature. Why would they be so concerned about it? So yeah, that would be actually linked to beauty.
Okay, and then also because you were saying something about beauty causes for women to fight one another, right? So I'm trying to understand, like, when in all of history, when women were able to choose their mates, have they not had competition with one another?
You said, when have they not had competition with one another?
Yeah. Well, since they've been able to choose their mate, when have they not had competition? Like, you're like, because you're making it seem like media and beauty standards is what's making a competition, and that's not. When have they not had competition when you're trying to get a man?
I never said there wasn't. When there's a man
Oh,
in a room, there's competition. When there's a job in the room, there's competition. The thing about it is, with the beauty system, if there's another woman around, there is an possibility of competition, period. It's not just with a man. That's in general, which is like why I feel like that's a disadvantage, because who wants to be fighting all the time or thinking about that all the time?
do you think that babies have been indoctrinated to beauty standards?
You mean the
Like
ones just born?
newborns? Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, because they can't. They don't have the process yet.
Okay,
But
so
we
then
have studies that link to them being 3 to 5 when they're like, "Oh, I'm ugly. I need to put on lipstick to be pretty." Why is she saying it
right,
before?
but we have infants, like little babies. They prefer people's faces who are who are conventionally attractive. So, like, what do you say about that? Because it's like people just have something that it's a halo effect. So if they are just deemed attractive, even babies want them around. So can we demonize the rest of the world for also wanting them around?
That's not. I'm not. See, I'm not demonizing babies and their supposed patterns. I'm more so demonizing, or actually, I'm not even demonizing. I literally read the test for that, where it's like there are literal shows that push this thing of beauty for the girls, and then they push action for the boys, which sets up the whole system of the men judging you.
I mean, okay, but you keep on taking away the fact that women as well view these same things the same. Like, women look at other attractive women and think that they're trustworthy and capable of their jobs. Women look at other people. So why do you keep on focusing on it's male driven?
Well, wouldn't that be a disadvantage? Because a pretty person does not make them being pretty doesn't mean they're smart or good or any of that. You're misjudging. You don't know that person.
That's
So
true, but it's a cognitive bias that happens with all humans, though. Like, it's something that you really can't help. So it's
are you
like, so
sure?
you have these things. Well, yeah, that's what I was saying. There's so many studies on it. So you have yeah, that is true, that they have whole workshops to try to work people into making sure that bosses don't do that. That they're not giving somebody a higher performance evaluation because intrinsically they look good, or they're whatever. They have this beauty, right?
Oh,
So
well,
what I'm
okay.
saying
So
is, if beauty is giving people all these advantages and it's open all of these doors, why do you think it's a disadvantage?
I mean, I already stated some of the reasons in my PowerPoint, but I
Because
mean,
you just,
one sec. The overall reason why, at least to me, is that when it comes to beauty, you cannot control the results of it. That's why it's a net disadvantage to women. How is it an advantage to you if you can't control what you get and things of that nature? Because you're not the one in control of it. That's why it's a disadvantage.
okay. So do you think that being treated better is worse than being ignored?
I'm sorry.
That is time, ladies. That is time. So we will reset the clock at 3 minutes. Each of these powerful young women will be closing out. As with the chin check, Quinn will close out first. Honey Clark will close out last. Quinn, the time will start when you start. Do you need to share your screen?
Yes.
All right. I'll pull it up when I see it.
Oh, do I have to reshare it?
Yeah, when you got kicked out, it went away as well.
Okay. Well, actually, okay. This is what I'll do. Give me just a sec.
And family who don't know, we do have PAN and KOT tomorrow at 7:15 Central Time. PAN and the social media champion KOT will be having a face-off to determine their topic for our upcoming first ever Zoom pay-per-view. We calling it the final word. It'll be the final clash of the year, so to speak. Pan says he wants to be the first individual to hold both the Versus Series World title and the Versus Series Social Media title. KOT says he plans on keeping that belt. So we'll see what happens tomorrow in the negotiation room, 7:15 Central Time, following another episode of Ladies Night. So y'all tune in tomorrow. We got some good stuff for you. All right, Quinn, let me know when you're ready.
Okay. All right. We can go ahead and start my stuff now. I will say this though, because
So real quick, you won't be screen sharing?
I won't. I'm sorry.
All right. Time to start when you start.
All right. So I don't know if you guys were able to see this because, of course, I'm not looking at my screen, but I actually do have sources on my slides. If I have to send it to you, DMG, then I will. But I have like sources on my side throughout my entire presentation. But here's my closing statement. As we leave tonight, I hope that my side was clear through this debate. My goal was to prove that for women is a disadvantage and deeply interwoven into the surrounding systems of society, from the intentional indoctrination and media influence down to our very behavior and influence insecurities as women, and to some extent, even how men regard us as women. Our value expands well past our looks, and we should be allowed to be seen by what we are, not what we look like. That's all I have to say.
All right. Let's see how much time you left on the clock. You left a full 2 minutes and 1 second on the clock. You sure that's all you want to say?
There's nothing else for me to say. It's just my closing. No big deal.
All right. We will reset the time at 3 minutes. Barbarian Queen, it's on you.
Yeah, share my screen.
Just a second. All right.
Okay.
Real quick, before you start, hey, family, listen, give these women a round of applause for these presentations. My goodness. I'm telling you, these sisters came with some fire presentations. Listen, I know a lot of people been waiting a long time for the Barbarian Queen to debate. I'm going to go out on a limb and say she didn't disappoint. This was a great debate for her, win or lose. Quinn always bring the energy, always bring the fire presentations. Salute to both of you sisters. My bad, honey. I didn't mean to cut your wisdom. Time will start when you start. Unmute your mic. I didn't start your time yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, thanks. All right, guys. So this is facts over feelings, right? We got unfair, bias, privilege, and unearned. All of those are talking about the type of advantage that pretty people have, that beauty brings women, right? So my opponent wants to call beauty a disadvantage, but she's giving like all the benefits that women have, like more attention, more opportunities, better treatment. And she's saying that they're like disadvantages because there are some other people who don't get that. But even if they're uneven or unearned, and it's an inequality, that's not the same as harm. It's because somebody is getting an advantage, it doesn't harm somebody else. So it's not the same thing, right? So what we've learned is that the halo effect, the cognitive bias that gives attractive people an advantage by covering them with positive traits based on their looks. The lipstick effect is that women will buy at least a lipstick even in economic hardship, and it gives a psychological boost. In survival mode, says
Honey, I
beauty will
stopped your
get them.
time.
Huh?
I stopped your time. You got a little choppy. I don't know if it was just
Oh,
me or if everybody could hear it. But I stopped your time at 2 minutes. If you want to go back maybe 10 seconds, just in case we missed something.
okay. So, the halo effect is a cognitive bias that gives attractive people an advantage by covering them with positive traits, based on their looks. Yes. The lipstick effect is that women will buy at least a lipstick even in economic hardship because it gives a psychological boost. And a survival mode says that beauty will get a competent suitor, right? So these are all like advantages that beauty brings people. And the lipstick effect comes like from all the way back in the Great Depression. So this is like before media, before any of that. Beautiful women benefit from higher salaries on average, better job evaluations, more social support, more leniency in legal systems, and more dating and networking opportunities. So, what I would like for Quinn to know is that beauty is indeed in the eye of the beholder. But once your beauty has been caught by said eye of the anybody's beholding, right? Once they have seen you as a beauty, you have an advantage over everybody who they don't see. You have an advantage over every single person, whether you like it or not. Once somebody sees you and they see your beauty, you have an advantage over everybody who they didn't see. So, after everything I have shown here, the verdict should be clear that beauty is an advantage to women in America. Thank you to my opponent, judges, and the audience, and Infamous DMG and Paradigm Shift TV, and all the Babylonians and barbarians in attendance. Thank you.
All right. And per usual, the Barbarian Queen left about 25 seconds on the clock. Family, this was a powerful debate. These two queens brought the heat. Shout out to Quinn for always bringing those energetic presentations, bringing that energy that she brings to all of her debates in the Versus series. Shout out to the Barbarian Queen for allowing the Versus series to be the first place she was able to put her demonstration down. She did not disappoint. What we gonna do right now, family, I'm gonna put a link in the chat. Y'all come to the Fallout show. Now, I had it scheduled for 10:15 because I wanted to make sure we would have enough time to get this debate in. But despite technical difficulties and all of the other challenges, we was able to get it in a good time. So I'm going to set it for, let's say, 9:30, 9:35, maybe 9:40. Just to get the judges an opportunity to get me their verdicts, because I feel like when I be pressuring them after the Q&A, get me them verdicts before they finish their closeout, I be putting a little too much pressure on them, and sometimes the statements I give be a little jumbled. So we're going to do a Fallout show in about, let's say, 20 minutes. I'm going to put the link in the chat. Y'all hit it and meet me over there. Both of you sisters, if you don't mind, if you have the time, please join us and I will get those verdicts out live. If you can't join, I will inbox you the verdict and let you know what was what. But if you can join, please do. That being said, any last words on the debate? We'll start with the Barbarian Queen. How was your first debate? Did you have any nerves? Was you nervous? Was you jittery? What you got for us?
I was super nervous. I was very nervous, very jittery. She's a good opponent. I think it was fun. And I gotta say bow for checkmate. But
That's
yeah,
it
was good. It was fun. I enjoyed this.
Shout out to my sister Sekhmet Blood over wine. Quinn, what did you think of the debate? You being the first to pop Honey Clark's debate cherry.
That's so weird. Why do you keep doing that?
Right.
Okay, it was an honor to have Honey in the debate. I don't know what else to say because you took away anything I had to say with that, with what you just said.
Hey, listen, y'all know I gotta be me. My bad. But nevertheless, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I was really surprised at the turn of events that saw y'all actually getting along and being as respectful as y'all were. Salute to y'all, because I thought it was gonna be highly contentious, highly antagonistic. Salute to y'all queens for not letting it devolve into that despite past acrimony. So salute to y'all. If y'all can, I'm gonna put the link in the chat one more time. Please join us for the Fallout show and find out who won this thing. We will be finding out tonight. You ain't gotta wait a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month. You gonna find out tonight. Yes, our judges are still anonymous. I'm not gonna put the pressure on them. Usually after that 10-minute, that Q&A, that chin check session, I'll be texting them like, hey, I need them verdicts. But I'm gonna give them some grace now. And I think we're gonna do it like this from now on. We'll just have a Fallout show following each debate. So that way they'll have time to gather their thoughts and give me the information they need, and it won't be so jumbled and, dare I say, confusion. But shout out to all my judges for taking the time out to watch these debates and render me those decisions. All right, family, y'all join us in about 20 minutes. I got to go pay another water bill anyway, so it was just in time. Ladies, if you can join, please do. If you need me to send y'all the links in y'all inbox, I will. Other than that, family, I hope all of y'all come over and get the decision that is rendered for these two powerful sisters with a powerful debate. I just got to say here and now, win or lose for either of these queens, I think they still belong in the Versus Series top 10. I should be putting that out by Friday, and we'll see what's what. But I think they both did excellent. So we'll see y'all over there. Y'all know what it is, man. It's your brother DMG the Poet, a.k.a. Brother Pianki. This is Paradigm Shift TV 314, home of the best debate league in these YouTube streets, the Versus Series. That's Honey Clark, the Barbarian Queen. That's Quinn, the Steel Stiletto. Y'all join us on the Fallout show. We'll be right back at it. That's peace.
I don't got no friends. I don't got no friends. You know what I mean? I got supporters, people on my side, and people on the other side.
It's your brother DMG the Poet. Y'all know what it is. Before we get into our spiel, I got to do my spiel. Let me say God bless to all my Christian brothers and sisters. Let me say Hotep to my Kemetic brothers and sisters. I want to say Shalom or Shalom to all my Israelite brothers and sisters. I want to say Assalamu Alaikum to all my brothers and sisters in the NOI. I want to say Islam to all my Moorish brothers and sisters. I want to say peace to all my brothers and sisters in the nation of gods and earth, them 5%ers. I want to say what's up to all my Rasta brothers and sisters. Salute to all my atheist brothers and sisters. What's up to all my Abo brothers and sisters. Big what up to all my Naga brothers and sisters. Last and certainly not least, I want to say Jumbo to all the rest of my brothers and sisters all throughout the African diaspora, be it here in the wilderness of the United States of America or beyond. Y'all know I say that greeting for one reason and one reason only. It's because if you black, I'm with you. And I hope that you with me. Our different ideologies should not keep us from uniting. We can have unity without uniformity. And guess what, family? As hard as it may be, we can disagree without being disrespectfully disagreeable. With that being said, family, let's get into it.
Is my name. Okay. Yeah.
Look, hating on me, don't stop. Only help a real cause. Hood legend on some pocket. Manifested till I'm living lost. High ballin' cause the sky falling. I'ma catch a little piece though. I ain't worried about your little no, she easy as a free throw. She wanna hold me like ransom. Just cause I'm young and I'm handsome. Tell all these to have a seat. I know that they cannot stand them. Burn it and roll me another one. I do whatever I feel like. I remember when we dreamed about it. Woke up this morning, it's real life. Trade the whip, trade the currency. Moving like it's an emergency. We gotta check out, it's close to 11, so baby ride it with some urgency. I'm just here for the fun part, cause I'm good on the money part. I be leaving in the cold season, coming back for the sunny part. With us and get your money up. With us and get your wig split. Ever since I was a little boy, I've been plotting on the big. Bigger pockets, bigger resume. When you keep it really resonate. If he really want it, never hesitate. If he mad at me, he better meditate. You ain't gotta like it. You just gotta live with it. Never gave us nothing. Look at what we did with it. In a foreign city. Moving like I live in it. Never call them back. Bet you that they still with it. You ain't gotta like it. Nah, you just gotta live with it. Never gave us nothing. Look at what we did with it. In a foreign city. Yeah, moving like I live in it. Never call them back. Nah, I bet you that they still with it. Never had a thing running to my hamstring, cramping up. Moving like a campaign, smooth it with the plantain, damper up. Vegan baby with the yoga mat. Argue, but you know we over that. Blow me up so I can blow it back. She can't argue with the way I'm poking that. Pockets poking, I've been proud and got a recollection like it's Pokemon. If you could refrain from talking to me till my stomach full and all the smoke is gone. Pink Moscato,
I don't got no friends.
Keep the bottle.
I don't got no friends. You know what I mean? I got supporters, people on my side and people on the other side.
Let you hit again.